Today we continue our look at the Fortnite action figures from Jazwares. Next, we're looking at the early game survival kit, Omega. And here we have Omega, part of the early game survival kit. This is more of a deluxe figure from Jazwares. So we've got the figure, we've got all of this gear inside. I'm going to kind of flip this around here real quick. And you can kind of see the cross sail across the middle. And you get like a little bit larger of a art piece for Omega. And then you've got his little quote here. There can only be one. So anyway, Omega, I'm going to just get right in and open it. I'll make a quick little note how these packages can stand up. You can just set them there and display them like you want, like if you want to, and you can use this to even hang it on the wall. But we're about opening things, so let's get this thing open. I'll be right back. All right, we've got this thing cut open. May not look quite cut open, but you gotta trust me, it's cut open. Now, one of the first things you're probably going to notice, at least I notice on most of these figures that I open up, is there's a very strong plasticky smell. And I'm not used to that when I open G.I. Joe figures, but this just has a pretty strong smell. So don't be surprised when that smell pops out and hits you. I don't think you've done anything wrong. So anyway, let's get this guy open. He's just a little bit bigger than some of the others. We can kind of admire the artwork here just a little bit more of Omega and his greatness, right? Anyway. Alright, so now we've got all this stuff, so let's start taking it out here. Now, I'll make a quick little note. The Omega figure, not the figure, the Omega skin was released in Season 4 of Fortnite. That was before I was playing, and so I didn't get the opportunity, from what I believe, to get this thing. Now, one other thing I'll make a comment about, I don't know, I hope you could hear me through all this crackling. But another thing is the similarities between Carbide and Omega. So I'll kind of hold up both of the figures here. So Carbide was also released in Season 4. So all I'm noticing is it's pretty much the exact same figure. Yeah, it's the same mold, the same figure. The only difference is, let's throw Omega around here. The only difference is these things right here. Okay, there's two differences, sorry. So there's these little spikes here that come out of Omega, but they don't come out of Carbide. And if you look here, it almost looks like they designed it to where maybe these are a soft, kind of a soft rubber, so they must just kind of glue in there. And the other difference I will point out are the elbows. So maybe, no, they're the same. They're the same forearms here. So there's another piece that's been attached or molded on the elbows there. So there's a couple little differences, but this is the same figure here. So you all out there who are smarter about Fortnite than I will probably understand the connection between Carbide and Omega. Let's just keep throwing him around here. So what's going on here? His ankle keeps rolling. Alrighty, so let's take a quick look at the accessories. I'm going to kind of, yeah, he's got some loose ankles. Let's see if he'll stand. He may not stand. Oh, we got him to stand. So the first thing we will look at is his harvesting tool. This is called the Onslaught. And according to the Fortnite Collector's Guide, which I didn't pull out, every figure has a little Collector's Guide, by the way. According to the Collector's Guide, this is an epic harvesting tool. So it's called the Onslaught. And next, we're going to look at the gun. It's gold, so based off of that gold color, we have a legendary gun here. And this would be a legendary assault rifle. So right there. Then next, he comes with what's called the precision back bling. And according to the little collector's guide, this is a rare thing. So the rare precision back bling. And essentially it's a backpack that just goes right onto his back there. Like so. We'll get to accessorizing him out here real soon. And I shouldn't have moved him, because he doesn't want to stand up now. And now for the cool thing, this item right here. This is a glider. And you've got the base of the glider and you've got the top of the glider. And just based off of simple understanding, it hooks together like so. Now, those of you that don't fully understand the Fortnite thing might think this is a little weird. Fortnite has a ton of gliders with all sorts of different characteristics and different looks, and they're all really cool. Well, most are really cool. But this is called the wet paint. And it's got graffiti kind of all over it. And the neat thing about this is the only glider that Jazwares has released with, period. Not even with figures or loot chests or anything. This is the only glider so far. So this is just a really cool accessory that Omega comes with. So I'll set that there. Then the final accessory he comes with is a wooden a building material that has the appearance of wood. That is also a figure stand. By looking here at this peg, then you get his feet and see the holes there. And you just kind of hook him right on there, and then boom, he can stand anywhere. Like so. So anyway, those are his accessories. Now let's take a quick look at him. He has a different feel than Carbide. Carbide, this is an Omega video, not Carbide, but Carbide has a bit of a smooth, sturdier feel to him. Omega has a bit of a rubbery feel, and it could be some of these pieces that are a little bit more rubbery. So what's his range of motion? So his head can rotate all the way around. And it kind of moves a little bit like so. But he does have some neck. Oh, there we go. We can get him to kind of look up a little bit like that. And you can see right here the neck joint, maybe. And he can look straight down like about so. We'll pop his neck back up here. Then his arms rotate all the way around in theory. This one's a little bit tougher to rotate. There we go. They will rotate all the way around. The elbows rotate all the way around on both of them. So if he lifts his arms straight up, well, to the side straight up at least, they go up about that far. With this little bit of shoulder armor here, they don't go up really much further. If we rotate them around, then his range of motion, stretching his arms to the sky, is about like so. So he is a little hindered with this armor, but not much. He has this torso articulation here, which lets him move about that much. And he should be able to rotate all the way around. He's kind of sideways. He's lopsidey, but should allow him to rotate all the way around like so. Then he's got the waist articulation that will move all of him around like so. Boom. And that's a little bit tougher. That was a bit of a struggle to rotate that. But it will happen. Now, if he was jumping out of an airplane, no, if he's jumping out of the battle bus, straighten his legs out, he can bend his legs back about that far. If he were to sit in a G.I. Joe-based vehicle, then he's pretty good at that. Now, the only thing that might be a problem are these little fins off his calves. So, he can do the splits pretty good, actually. That's really pretty good. He's up there on par with Snake Eyes right now. So anyway, and then of course, these hips rotate all the way around. And I said hips, not the thighs. Come on, come back. There we go. But the thighs also rotate all the way around, like so. So we got some good movement here. And then he's got a pretty standard double knee joint, as most figures go. He can only go back about this far, and I don't know if that's a fin. The fin isn't actually touching, so he may actually only be able to bend that far. Then finally, the ankle stuff, and this one is just like all over the place. It can't wait to bend. It loves bending. It's just all over. Now, if you can see this one, this thing's just going. But anyway, if he were, we'll pretend a ballerina for a moment. His on-pointness is about that, which is really pretty good. If we were to bend his feet straight up, because he's walking up a hill, then they can bend about like so. And as you can see, they most definitely rotate. So when you rotate, we'll do this, they kind of do that. They do a reverse on point, but you can easily bring them back. I don't know why you would want to. But anyway, and then they keep rotating all the way around. So there's a little bit of a side-to-side movement, I guess. It's just the way it swivels in there. Actually, you can't really see that, can you? There's a little bit of side-to-side, but that's mostly the rotational thing. So he's actually pretty mobile. He moves around pretty good. He's coming to get you. Guess I gotta bring my lights up just a little bit here. I'm not gonna move that one. So anyway, this is Omega, and there's really not much more to say about these Fortnite figures. Let's deck it. And Omega took off. Hang on. All right, he's back. So let's attach some of this stuff and kind of get a quick look to see what he looks like holding a few of these items. Now, one of these things about this back bling, not the back bling, the harvesting tools, is I don't always know which way they go. So I kind of put them the way I think they should go. And as usual, I always enjoy when people in the comments tell me how I did something wrong. So if I put the harvesting tool on wrong that you know, please tell me. Please tell me. Alright, we're going to see if we can get this little... yeah, I think he's broken his ankle at one point or something, because this thing just is wobbly. If yours is wobbly, let me know. I'd just be kind of curious to know what other Omega figures are like. So, what we can do is get him to hold the assault rifle up here and get his leg to something like so. Alrighty, so now he's kind of all decked out with his gear that he comes with. Kind of wish you could put this on. I could do this. He's got a parasol. Aw, isn't that cute? So anyway, oops, there it went. Or we could put this in his hand instead of the assault rifle, because he hasn't found the assault rifle. He's still on his way down. So he could be like Mary Poppins. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Anyway, he's like Omega Poppins. Don't mess with Omega Poppins. Okay, yeah, we're done with that line of talk now. Now, I will notice he looks to be, I've just noticed, like maybe a little damaged up here. Kind of see that right there. His, I've had tough luck with all these Fortnite figures, so it looks like the top left of his mask is indeed damaged. So anyway, so that's kind of funny. I've gotten a couple things damaged, so it makes me kind of curious what their real quality is compared to the G.I. Joe. Maybe it's because they're fairly new to these types of action figures. I don't know. But they've all had something not quite right. But overall, generally speaking, these are really cool figures. And if you really like these 4-inch action figures, I do recommend them. And I could have gotten a few lousy batches in the early molds, and maybe they're all doing just fine now. So anyway, There is Omega. Let's spin him around and make him dizzy. Quick update. While I was setting up for my quick little roundabout, I did forget to mention he's got wrist articulation as well. I can't believe I missed the wrist movement. So he's got this kind of a rocker motion back and forth like so. And the wrist turns all the way around. And so does the other one. It also bends around like that. You know, it's such an important feature. I didn't want you to miss it. So, okay, let's get ready for the roundabout. Thank you for stopping by. If you want to drop me a line, please do so in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to be notified of future videos, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon next to it. I will see you next time.